What is going on today? It is Sunday afternoon, and tomorrow, Monday morning, we are going to be killing those potatoes right there with an airplane. So what I'm doing today, since I don't want to be flying potato killer 25 miles across towns and other fields and whatnot to come and kill these potatoes, found this little tractor offside the road with the box scraper on it. Real nice John Deere, I think 6120 it is, with 27 hours, so pretty much brand new. So I'm building a little airstrip out on this dirt, out in this grain field, so it'll just be a dirt strip. I mean, right now it looks pretty rough, but tomorrow we'll be flying an airplane off this. Garrett and Cody are up by those granaries up yonder, setting up a mix pad. So probably can't see it yet, but there's a tank, a couple pumps, and they went to where we did have the mix tank set up at to go get all the rest of the stuff and bring it back here. So that's what we're doing today on this fine Sunday afternoon. So we'll catch up to you guys probably later today when we get the airstrip finished, leveled out, the mix system set up. Well, it's hot outside, and we just got done with the little 6120 and the little box scraper. We didn't have a whole lot to work with, but brand new tractor with AC, so I'm not gonna complain. We just finished kind of smoothing out that airstrip. We're gonna fly off it tomorrow. The guys are down setting up the mix pad, so we're gonna go down there and check it out, see if they need some help and get it wet down for tomorrow so it's not a giant dust cloud. Well, here comes the water truck watering down our, making dust actually. I had to protect that lens. Well, there's tomorrow's airstrip. Now these two clowns are setting up this mix situation. See if they can get it without screwing it up. What's the odds of that, Garrett?
Pretty low. 991.
That you will screw it up or you won't?
Will.
Nice.
So then this, I think it goes.
Just in case you were wondering, he has no idea what he's doing. Oh, back at it again, finishing the old wet down. Cody's not near as cool as the water truck. Get back there, Cody! Yeah, what we're trying to do is avoid dusting out these houses behind us, so we need to get all that nice and wet. Yeah, this is where the plane rolls, so when that plane hits the juice, it's going to be kicking up a lot of air. So if we don't get this nice and wet, it's going to be dustier than dusty. Just for joke, I'm taking all of Cody's lug nuts off with my fingers, except the one that's already busted off. Actually, I lied. There's one of Cody's lug nuts I can't take off with my fingers. What do you have to say about that?
I don't even know what to say about that.
You don't know what to say? So what I'm gonna tell him, and all you guys out there watching, if you're pulling around a gooseneck with a whole bunch of weight, it's probably a good idea that these are tight, at least finger tight, bare minimum. But these weren't even finger tight. So one of them's busted off. So I'm gonna finger tighten them up for him, and then wrench tighten them up.
That's probably a good idea.
What did you just say, Cody?
Nothing.
He said lug nuts are overrated. That's why he was gonna kill the poor family in the minivan when his duals came off, because he only had one lug nut left. What up, Logan? Meanwhile, back at the airstrip. So we flew off this strip on Monday, almost crashed the airplane through the fence because it's so rough and bouncy it was hard to pick up enough speed. by the time you got to the end, and it was also dusty as heck. So we decided we need to make some improvements. So I talked to a couple of contractors, and the price was just way too high. So then I just talked to the farmer, and 55 loads of gravel, and 2 days later, here we are back at the airstrip to try it again. What up, guys? Safety rule 1, don't stand by the prop of the airplane. Anyways, out here at our new airstrip, I just laughed because I talked to a contractor about this. I actually talked to two. They can do it 20 feet wide, limited to about 15 to 20 loads of gravel. And it took me 2 weeks to a month out, and it would cost 50 grand. Well, I talked to a farmer. I was like, hey, can you just help me build an airstrip? So 2 days later, we have 55 loads of gravel down. It's 40 feet wide and laser leveled. And we just flew our first day off, but that thing is smooth as butter. And it cost literally a fifth as much and was done 10 times as fast. That's what it's like working with some of the good old farm boys. Speaking of farm boys, we got Lance over here loading a tank by himself, because I'm over here making a pointless video, so I better go help him. So our new airstrip's pretty sick. The only problem is it's really short. For anybody that flies, it's only 2,000 feet long, so when you're trying to take off a loaded airplane, and there's a fence line down there with a bunch of sagebrush at the end. And then on this end you got 2 huge granaries. That thing with all the cables off it and a power line on this side. So if you got the wind coming from the north, holy crap, it sucks to take off. But it was awesome. What we doing, Jax?
We're making an airplane pad.
For what?
For a truck to take off on.
Do you want to go show us what's going on?
Yeah.
Holy crap. Doing asphalt is flipping blazing hot. So Jax, what is it we got going on here?
They're building it.
Yeah. So we're building an asphalt portion to our new airstrip. The first time I took off this thing, I just went and built a little POS dirt strip down this thing with the tractor. It was rough as crap. My first load, I couldn't get it over those grain bins, so I had to take it left. Barely made it over the power lines. And then on this side we got this big old grain auger thing, so you pretty much have to take off that way, but it's real short and there's a fence down there. So we ended up getting gravel in, so now it's a way nice strip, but it's still short. So we decided to throw in some asphalt, and that's what we're doing here today. And holy cow, laying down some asphalt is flipping blazing hot, huh, Jax?
How hot is it?
Oh, it's so hot. You could like cook off that thing. Don't touch it, because it will burn the tar out of you. So yeah, he just said it's 300 degrees, so not gonna touch it. This stuff comes out of the truck at like 270, 300 degrees. If you just step on it, it's soft, and holy Moses, I feel for the guys that do asphalt, because it is cooking hot. So day one, almost or barely got over those power lines there, because the strip was super bumpy after I built it with the tractor. Then I tried taking off, didn't have enough runway to be able to clear this granary, because this strip is so short. Can't like veer to the right because you got that like 60-foot tall grain auger, and as you can see down on the far end down there, there's a fence. So this is a very short strip for 5,000 feet elevation, which for anybody that flies, that basically means the higher you are in elevation, the harder it is for the airplane to fly. And so when you got a pretty short strip, heavy load, that is not a good combination, especially when it's hot and high. So we came out, I showed you that clip of the farmers helping with the gravel strip. They made it awesome. And now we're gonna pave the first 300 feet or so of the strip, so we can get some more speed coming off here without picking up rocks with the prop, and chipping my prop all to heck. So hopefully after we get this pavement down, we'll be able to get a good run at that full tilt and be able to clear the fence with the full load. That's my hopes. So I'll keep you posted on the airstrip build. I did just get some bad news. I think I'm on like day 45 or so straight at being gone at work. And I thought I was gonna be able to go home this weekend for the opening weekend of the bow hunt. And it sounds like I have more work to do. So, kind of sad about that right now, because I was really stoked to go home for, I thought I was gonna have 2 or 3 days, but sounds like I'm not gonna. So we'll just keep at it, I guess. But the joys of owning a blue collar business. A lot of people say that you're your own boss, but I would say if you want to compete and do well, your customers are your bosses, and I have about 100 bosses. So I'm not going home this weekend, dang it. Evening update on Garrett's opening day of his big bull hunt from our perspective. We are pretty much useless. First day flying off the new airstrip, I'd say it's a pass. I can basically carry full loads now and not chip up my prop with the rocks. So,